What's up, boys? So this is Greek Life. There's a lot of features, so we can get straight into it. To begin, there's the announcements page. So what is the announcements page? As a brother, you can scroll through these announcements and see what events or announcements the e-board has put out for you guys. So there's a Mountain Brotherhood retreat on June 4th, and it's kind of explaining what it is. Brothers can leave comments on what they think about this announcement and emojis, custom emojis. As a president, you can also create your own announcements. So let's say I want to, name an announcement, put the content, image, attachment, poll. I can also select what audience I want this announcement to be for. So let's say I want this announcement to be for just active brothers. It's a brotherhood retreat. I click just active brothers, pledges, and applicants cannot see them. Or let's say it's just a pledge thing. I only want pledges to see this. So then I'll select pledges, and then active brothers and applicants cannot see them. Or it could be something like I select all three. It's whatever you guys choose it to be. There's also settings. You can pick how fast you want it to archive. These are kind of minor details. Moving forward, we also have the calendar feature. So as a brother, you can select a day that you think, let's say a party on this day. You click the party, and it's like, oh, wow. Parties 6:48 to 8:48, which I'm sure the parties you guys have are a lot longer than that. But there's a location, everything, all the information of the party is on this app, and you guys can see who's invited to these parties. So all the brothers, Jackson Cole's going. This is a demo account, so there really isn't anything else. But as a brother, you would probably see like, oh, this guy's checked in, this guy's maybe going, this guy's not going. And that's how you know who's going to be at the party and who's not going to be at the party. As a president or e-board, you can click the plus button and create the event, kind of like the announcements. So you can name your event, description, make it optional or mandatory, put the event location, and make a time, date, everything. And then it's the same thing with the announcements. You can click active brothers, pledges, applicants, all three, and etc. With share with chapters, this also works with announcements. So if you want to, have an event, let's say you're having a mixer with a sorority, you could share that announcement directly with other sororities and, make them also be able to see it on their end when they look at your frat page. So it kind of gives you the option to not only reach out to people within your chapter, but reach out to other chapters in your college. This feature gets stronger and stronger as we build more of a network. We're still reaching out to other chapters, but through the app, you can reach out to these other chapters. Moving forward, we have the voting system. So let's say you have a rush event and there are people that, are very interested. They scan the QR code and they can put in their information at this rush event. So Sebastian Lopez is a statistics major, sophomore, 3.14 GPA, whatever. As brothers, you guys can leave notes on this person like, oh, this dude's a solid guy, or he has a receding hairline, or whatever you guys think about him. The chat is fully end-to-end encrypted. So whatever you guys type, not only anyone else can see them, but even us as developers cannot see them. So it's fully private, just like WhatsApp. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the rush. There's a lot of small details, but I'm not going to get into them. There's also the elections page. So with the elections page, you can vote on who you want the president, vice president, and other e-board members to be. So as the president, you can resign from the position. Let's say you don't want to be president anymore, you resign from the position. You can view the election, see, do I want to run for president? This is like a brother thing. So if you're a brother and you want to run for president, you click run for president, and you type your campaign statement, but it's optional. It really is just a system to track who's running for president, what's going on, and etc. And then once the election time is going, brothers can vote on who they want the president to be through the app as well. Moving forward, there's a poll section. So, president, e-board, anyone can really make a poll and ask questions, and brothers can vote on what it is. And it's also fully end-to-end encrypted, so you guys can talk about whatever you guys want. It's also a chatting system, so you can DM other brothers directly through this chatting system. But you can also DM other sorority members and other brothers in other chapters through this chatting system. There's also a channel system, so a grouping system where let's say I want to create a group with Alpha Theta Pi, the sorority in our college. You click Alpha Theta Pi, you click next, and you know, make a channel name, whatever you want. You click create, and then it sends an invite not to the entire sorority, but just the e-board of the sorority, and they get to pick, you know, if they could just click one button and accept it, then now there's a group chat made between you and Alpha Theta Pi. It makes it a lot more simple than adding each member one by one, where in this case, all you need to do is just invite them, they click one button, and you guys have merged together. We try to make this as seamless as possible, and yeah, that's pretty much it with the chatting system. Moving forward to chapters, as we gain a network and we grow more and more, you will see more and more chapters growing from here. So let's say you are a brother and you want to reach out to Alpha Theta Pi and see, you know, who are their members. You would click this, click see all, and you can see all of the members and their profile pictures and everything. And, you know, let's say Aurora Adams, I want to reach out to her. I click Aurora Adams. I click, you know, add friend, and I can message her and, you know, type whatever I want to type, and she'll get that, you know. You can also see her information. You know, she's pre-med, graduation year is 2026. She's a senior, zodiac sign, etc. And yeah, that's pretty much it with that. You know, there's a lot of capabilities with this. As we gain a network more and more, you will be able to reach out to colleges and chapters all across the United States. So this really helps with not only reaching out to sororities, but if there's other chapters of your college around the United States, you can reach out to them as well. Finally, there's the due payments, right? So this is really good for the secretary. As a secretary, you can enable chapter autopay, so people will automatically be charged for their dues. And you can select at what rate they want to be charged at. So let's say you want it to be monthly, you can make it monthly. If you want to make it quarterly, you know, whatever fits your boat, a one-time payment, it is up to you and it is up to the brothers. This kind of shows like a breakdown of where the money is going for the brothers and for you. It helps you keep track of, you know, what money is being given and what money is being spent, and etc. You can see, you know, additional fees. So let's say as a brother, there's like a t-shirt, you know, that you guys are selling. As a brother, you can go on this additional fees and buy that chapter apparel, pay for it, and it's that simple. We haven't set up the payment method yet on this app, on this demo, but for you guys, when you guys enroll, it'll be working just fine. Security is just change passwords, notifications. These are kind of minor details. And yeah, one last thing I want to mention is that our app, when someone is late on their due payments or is like consistently late for multiple days, it will automatically lock them out of the entire app. So why is this good for secretary and good for eBoard? You guys will see a 30% increase on average in the amount of dues you guys receive. So when brothers aren't, you know, actively paying their dues on time and they're locked out, they won't have access to the events. They won't have access to the group chats with sororities and fraternities and etc. You know, it will just be fully locked out. And so that is one of the big features that we have on this app as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm really looking forward to what you guys think, and thank you.